people don't understand that Survivor is heavily recruited. I mean, at least half the people every year are recruits. They're not. They're models. If you look at their MySpace pages, they're models. They're actors. You know, that kind of thing. You know, just looking for work. You know, I'm not a model. I'm ugly. I'm a real human being. I have real problems. You know. What are you doing later?
No, that these people that wind up on Survivor are recruited. I know that Survivor is one of the top-rated shows, especially here in the Tri-State.
No way. We're like their top market.
Absolutely. They come back and they say Cincinnati's one of their best markets. This is true. You're telling me that they recruit people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
They do, because what they do is, I even knew someone that made it to like the final 25 of the show, and like say they only took 15 or whatever. And they were actually like at a beach down in somewhere in Cancun or the Bahamas or something like that, and a casting agent came up to them because they had a very chiseled chest, good-looking dude, blonde, sandy blonde hair, and they were like, you know, you ever thought about doing this? You ever thought about doing that? And they tried to recruit him to be on Survivor.
Well, let's describe what Greg looks like. On the radio, you know, you're a relatively good-looking guy.
Well, for 76 days I wasn't. I mean, I broke my orbital bone in my face when I fell, and I had long hair. I just donated it to Locks of Love, so I look a little better now than I did before. But
you got a great heart, dude.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I love you too.
Seriously.
Talk about your experience on the road. Now, this is quite a trek from Coleraine County to Santa Monica, California. You said it took you 76 days. How did you do it? How you walk 8 hours a day?
Well, a typical day, I'd sleep till noon, and then I'd walk till about 3 in the morning. So usually I'd sleep about 9 hours, and I'd walk about 15. That was a pretty average day for me.
You walking major interstates here?
Oh, everywhere. I mean, actually, yeah, I took both, all of the above, anywhere. I mean,
somebody patient, were they walking with you?
No, just me. Just me and a bunch of stray dogs that want to attack me.
Did anybody ever offer to pick you up? Like, hey,
oh, yeah. All the time people thought I was a hitchhiker, and, you know, I'd just say, no, I'm walking across America, and, you know, sure enough, they'd be like, oh, no way, you know, like, they didn't believe it. You know, it was crazy.
Did you feel ever like your personal safety was threatened?
Only once. When I was in, I had just crossed over. I thought I was on Route 66, and I didn't see a Welcome to Arizona sign. And I knew I was close to the New Mexico-Arizona border. And these, they call them cholos, Mexican gangsters. They pulled up next to me and were like, get in the car. And I'm like, no, I'm walking across America, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I saw them flash a gun, and that's when I flipped out. And I did. That was the only time I really got a little scared.
What did you do?
I just kept walking. I said, oh, the news crews are meeting me at the next exit. And they're like, the next exit is 15 miles, SA. I'm like, uh-oh, they know I don't. And I didn't know what town I was in. I didn't know what state I was in at that time. Yeah. So, that was.
You just said, I'm good, leave me alone.
Well, after about 15 minutes of following me, you know, and I was just spitting out at, you know, 90 miles per hour, you know, Megan, my friend died, and she inspired me, and, you know, the news crews, and I love your sunsets, and just anything I could to keep these guys, you know, and eventually they were like, you know, tell the news that Miles and Eno are, that we have the greatest city ever, and I'm like, I don't know what city I'm in, you know, like, so they went away, thank God.
And then we heard that you had to kill a rattlesnake or
something. Oh my
gosh,
that was unbelievable. You know, I wanted to see. I hadn't seen a really good sunset in a while, so I'm climbing, getting to where this mountain was. I wanted to climb up it, and I step over a bush, and I don't know if just I triggered a motion or something, because they say you hear rattles. I didn't hear a rattle until it was already through my legs. So I don't know if my shoes snagged a branch or if it bit me, because it freaked me out. So my natural instinct was pick up a rock, throw it at it. So I picked up a rock, one shot, split it in half.
Oh my God.
It was. I saved that rock too, actually, and the snake. So it's in a freezer in Arizona somewhere right now. I swear, I can't wait. Cause
you didn't stay in hotels.
I did once or twice. There was one time where a police officer put me up in a hotel, just generosity. There was another time when a police officer made me, because at 3 in the morning, when you're walking around, it's freezing, and you have a ski mask on, you look pretty suspicious.
Right.
Yeah.
So he made me. He was like, you know, you're getting a hotel. I was like, I don't have money for that, and it was like $45. I'm like, that's 4 days worth of food. And he was like, doesn't matter. Exactly.
Aside from that, were you ever hassled by the cops?
Oh, absolutely.
I've seen guys that like try to hitchhike on the interstate, and the cops pull up and say you got to get off.
Oh yeah, it was in the Midwest. It was twice a day sometimes. I mean, it was unbelievable. But once I got out to, you know, the middle of New Mexico, nobody's out there. Nobody says anything.
You do have a GPS, like on a phone?
I have a BlackBerry, but I didn't want to kill the battery, so I never used the Walkman. I didn't have any, you know, radio to listen to. It was
actually, you and your thoughts for that long?
Absolutely.
Oh, that'd have been crazy.
You start singing to the cows, and, you know.
Now, did you make any friends along the way that you have kept?
Absolutely. I had numerous jobs with interning at radio stations, and
you would stop and work along the way then?
Well, I didn't work, but I mean, I'd come in and tell everybody my story, and just if they wanted to hear it, great. If they didn't, I'm all about the experience. So
I didn't know if you'd like stop at a diner and wash dishes.
No, I didn't have to.
The movie Into the Wild,
yeah, no doubt.
That Emil Hirsch starred in. It was a big Sean Penn production. And aside from what you said, the end of it, it was a fascinating movie. Like a lot of us have kind of thought, gee, maybe I'd like to do that, and you kind of did it.
Yeah. No, I would rather watch Forrest Gump than Into the Wild.
Yeah, no doubt.
Would you do it again?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, it's funny you say that. I'm working on a plan B now. I mean, here's the thing. This first time around, I gave everything I could. I literally did. And it obviously wasn't good enough. So I'm only one voice. I'm only one opinion. So this time around, I'm going to, everybody offered to help. And I said, no, if you want to help, just pray for me. If you want to donate money, give it to Megan's Scholarship Fund. I don't want anybody to think I'm doing this for myself. So this plan B that I've been working on, I'm going to start January 1st. I'm going to do something very similar again, but this time I'm going to ask for help. If you have time, call a newspaper for me. There's like, 2,200, stations. It's unbelievable how many different avenues I can reach this time around. So now that I have a little bit of a following, I'm going to try to play off that.
Yeah.
So if I don't get on Survivor this next time, it's not my fault. It's Jeff and Jen's fault. It's Fritz's fault. I'm coming after you guys.
The goal is to get on Survivor or any reality.
No, you know what? Everybody keeps saying, oh, the heck with Survivor for what they did to you and all that. And I said, well, it's still my dream. I can't help that. So everybody's like, oh, do Amazing Race. You'd be great. Well, the casting director is the same person for Amazing Race as it is for Survivor. That's not going to do me any good.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get there first. I'm gonna give Survivor. I got a plan B, and then I've got a plan C. My plan C is pretty much crash and burn. So after that, then I'm just gonna say, you know what, it's time to live life again. But my biggest regret, I didn't get to talk to any kids along the way, hardly. I wanted to stop at schools and that sort of thing. So right now I kind of need a house and I need a car. So I'm going to try to get a motorhome and kill two birds with one stone. And just go school to school and, just tell kids, hey, live your dreams. If it's your dream, doesn't matter how crazy it is. Live it. I may have failed miserably, in the sense of not getting on Survivor, but I did everything I could. People fail all the time. As long as you try your hardest, I'm content with that.
So how did you get back home?
Oh, boy. I actually hitchhiked from California to Texas. Once I got to Texas, there was a radio station that was real good to me, and they're like, you got to get on a bus, and I was going to miss all my radio interviews and all my, coming home parties and all that, so I got on a Greyhound, and they lost my bag, so, I had my Speedo, and I had my shirt, and I had a pair of shorts. Yeah, who does that? Yeah. So anyway, whatever.
Fascinating story. We love it.
I love you guys.
We wish you nothing but continued success.
Yeah,
thank you.
Is there like a website that we can go to?
Absolutely. I actually every day I put up a video on YouTube. It's youtube.com/putGregOnSurvivor, or you can go to my main website is putGregOnSurvivor.com, and you can get everything off that, and I'll start talking about my plan B as it develops. And
better than that, we'll put a link up at our website.
Hey, you're the best. You're the best.
Go to the WKRQ.com, click the Jeff and Jen page, so there'll be a link right up to both of those sites.
Awesome. If you only remember three words I ever say, remember this: live your dreams. It's that simple. So, everybody, live your dreams.
All right, Greg Insco, thanks for coming on the Jeff and Jen.
I love you guys. Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, beautiful. All right.
Perfect.
Very cool.
I have one request or advice or something, if I may. I had two goals in life before I could die a happy man. One was to try and Survivor, give it my best shot, which I feel like I did. My second one was, ever since Megan passed away, I wanted to share something that she loved with everyone that loved her, and she loved Lifehouse. And ironically, that was one of the last things we ever did. I have flown to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I've been to like 4 different states trying to like beg these guys to try to do a memorial concert. And I mean, the Corning Township Park that we work at, we have funds and everything. I mean, it's not like, I'm asking them to do it for free, but I don't have any contacts. The booking agent that I thought I was working with was a scam artist, basically,
Contact a record label?
No.